This is a brand new Vivo V50.
The Vivo V50 is officially released dito sa Pilipinas. Pero take note, huwag kayo muna magpapadala sa hype. Because in this video, madaming mga refined and improvements sa Vivo V50 and some nerf features na wala sa V50. This smartphone is mixed with delights and familiarity. Well, familiarity is the new term naman sa ganitong smartphone kasi everything on this smartphone has similarities. Siyempre, sa design. Kasi yung design niya is, well, kahawig na kahawig talaga ni Vivo V40. Same camera layout, same camera module, same design. Kahit papaano, except lang yung aura light niya is getting bigger compared sa aura light ni Vivo V40. Ito naman tayo sa sides ng Vivo V50. Is that the V50 is now getting flatter and less na yung curves compared sa curvy figure ng Vivo V40. Now when it comes sa durability ng Vivo V50, it's IP68 and IP69. And it says to be that it can withstand water jet pressure up to 1.5 meters to 30 minutes. And pwede siya water resistant like soaking sa rain or wet or greasy hands dito. And pwede rin siya at the same time underwater photography. Pero take note, I will not advise you to put your smartphones under the water kasi masisira agad, avoid yung warranty. Now sa display, is that if you look again at the display, syempre, it got less curves compared sa curvy figure ni V40. I mean, meron pa siyang curves. Yes, meron pa siyang curves. But it's actually less convincing compared sa Vivo V40. At tinawag ng Vivo dito sa V50 na quad curve display. And yes, despite of its flat edge design, it makes the curves talaga ni Vivo V50 a little bit less convincing, but it makes you give an illusion na parang naka-curve display. Pero when you look at the display, it seems borderless, like wala na chin whatsoever, and now that's a great achievement dito sa smartphone. Now punta naman tayo sa not so great achievement ni Vivo V50 is that yung display resolution niya. And yung display resolution niya is nerfed or simple as that, downgrade. So, the Vivo V50's display is just 1080p. Compared natin sa Vivo yan na naka 1260p. Now, tell me, why this 2025 mid-range smartphone naka 1080p lang? Whereas, the Vivo V40 naka 1260p. Pero at least, di ba, AMOLED display at HDR10+. Okay naman. Pero this is not the main reason. Kasi, you know, people don't matter naman sa resolution mismo. Like, they only watch YouTube at 1080p. But this is also not the reason since a lot of smartphone trends ngayon is that they step up their resolution to 1220p pataas. Example yan si Honor X9C na naka 1270p I think. Pero I don't get it bakit naka 1080p lang sila. I mean, it's not even a cost concern since kaya naman ka Vivo V40 naka 1260p yung kanilang AMOLED display. Maybe sa battery efficiency issues? I don't think so since yung Vivo V40 malaki yung battery na yan. 5,500 mAh battery and kanya niya pa isip yung powerless despite the high resolution na 1260p. Whereas, mas malaki pa yung battery ng Vivo V50 which is 6,000 mAh battery. I mean, 500 mAh difference. It's only sipping less power kahit nasa high resolution yung display. And hindi naman issue yung battery dito. Take note that 1080p in 2025 sa mga 20,000 peso na smartphone is just a thing in the past. Kasi yung trends ngayon ng 20,000 peso pataas is the higher resolution ng mga display. But in terms of smartphone resolutions ng dalawang smartphones na to, I think that there is only minor difference dito when it comes to resolution hike. But I guess that the Vivo V40's resolution still is the clear winner despite na hindi na makonvince ng tao na this is a 1260p or a 1080p display. But let's step aside naman sa resolution, let's go to the display protection, which is the Vivo V50 is using their own in-house diamond shield glass compared sa Vivo V40 na galing sa Shot, which is the Shot Sensation Alpha. Napunta naman tayo sa operating system ni Vivo, which is the FunTouch OS 15. And sabi ni Vivo dito is that it can support up to 3 years of major Android updates and another year of security update. Pero when it comes to overall looks ng FunTouch OS 15, well, sigurado ako na wala pa masyadong major difference compared sa mga previous FunTouch OS versions, except na may mga AI features na na-introduce dito si Vivo. First AI feature that they improve and introduce, which is the AI Studio Lighting effect for portrait shots. And they said that they add some side fill lights and diagonal top fill lights for enhancing facial texture and contour shadows for more 3D effects. But we haven't tested it yet, so we are focused only on basics. They improved their AI Image Studio, which is from their image cutouts and image eraser, which for me, wala naman syadong pinagbago sa bagong AI features na yon. And pretty much it naman sa operating system dito. For me, wala naman syadong difference. Sa hardware naman, well, there is such sense of familiarity pa rin, which for short, wala naman pinagbago dito. It's just the same Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 from the Vivo V40 and a UFS 2.2, which is the same pa rin sa Vivo V40. Apparently, kung sasabihin natin in terms of speed, maybe Vivo V50 is slightly better thanks to its operating system optimizations, pero when it comes to actual speed, not much of a difference pa rin sa Vivo V50 at V40, and anything such of performance, wala syadong pinagbago. Vivo also claims that they also have AI signal reception, which means that kahit nasa enclosed space pa kayo, pwede pa siya makasagap ng signal through AI. Sa cameras naman ni Vivo, we have the 50 megapixel wide and 50 megapixel ultra wide. But of course, same sensor pa rin sila ni Vivo V40. Ang tanong, may pagkakaiba? Not really. I compared them sa Vivo V40 at V50, and I must say that the V50 is better at controlling the brightness while maintaining better dynamic range.
As we get closer, the Vivo V50 is better at controlling the noise levels.
Ito naman na notice ko sa camera ni Vivo V50 is that if I compare them again sa Vivo V40, kung anong meron sa V40 na BNA, present rin yan sa Vivo V50. Kasi Vivo is well known to underexpose images when it comes to brighter areas and making the image look underexposed and at the same time may mga saturation na nangyari.
But compare natin sila dalawa, the Vivo V40 maintains natural color while the V50 has a saturated color but better at maintaining dynamic range. Sa V50, there is a greater color shift dito from being saturated to going back to its natural color, which is something odd rin dito sa camera niya.
There is one feature na hindi natin na-test dito sa Vivo V50 is that yung aura light niya is much larger compared sa aura light ni Vivo V40 because the bigger the aura light, the better the illumination it really is. For my final verdict, the Vivo V50 is just a minor improvement sa kanyang predecessor na si Vivo V40. Kasi in this video, nabanggit ko yung word na familiarity. So which means, wala masyadong difference, just only a small improvements lang. Pero of course, I will recommend Vivo V50 sa mga users who are willing to upgrade their old phones para lang sa casual and photography use, and the same time with all the latest software experience up to 3 years max Android updates and a year of security updates. But for the second thought, bilhin mo na lang yung Vivo V40 for the higher display spec advantage kung gusto talaga ng mga users until supplies last. Also, thank you nga pala viewers kasi we reached 100 subscribers. And now, syempre, some of you haven't subscribed and please consider subscribing now. This is delfrunmorancil and you're watching Karutyo Kata.